Well, I finally got it. The watch I've wanted for 4 years now, the Cartier Santos Dumont. Why do I love this watch so much? It's just the coolest watch. It's just cool. I don't have any words or any good reasons for why it's the coolest. I don't know why I like it so much. It isn't the most complicated. I mean, it's a time-only quartz watch. It isn't the best value for money. In fact, it's horrible value for money. But there's just something about it. I just love it. It's more of a decision of the heart than a decision of the mind. It's the design language and the heritage of the Santos that has always drawn me into it. In fact, even before I was into watches, back when I was a muggle, there were only 2 watches that I liked, the Cartier Tank and the Cartier Santos. Here's why I think it's so cool and why I'm completely charmed over by the Cartier Santos Dumont. I've always said watches are the intersection of art, history, fashion, and engineering. My fascination with them has always been rooted in watches aren't ever just one thing. They aren't just engineering marvels and incredibly complicated. They aren't just pieces of history. They're this spectrum of things that makes this love affair constantly awesome. And I think so many different kinds of people love watches because of this. Some people are more in love and maybe drawn in by the engineering aspect. These are the people who like wank over a coaxial escapement and their favorite complication is probably a split chrono. This watch, the Cartier Santos Dumont, definitely calls to the more romantic collector. So the person who's a little bit more called in by the art, fashion, and maybe heritage side of the hobby. I know already, I'm gonna have some virgin in my comment section saying, I would never pay this much for a quartz watch. And that's cool. No one is making you buy one. It's cool, bro, but I've got this one. Let me enjoy my honeymoon. So the Cartier Santos will always have its place in horological history as the first ever men's wristwatch. As the story goes, in 1904, Brazilian aviator and socialite Alberto Santos Dumont complained to his friend Louis Cartier about how unreliable and impractical pocket watches are when flying. So Cartier designed a watch that looked a lot like my Santos, a thin, highly legible, flat wristwatch with a square bezel. This was the birth of the first pilot's watch and modern men's wristwatch. I think it's important that we distinguish that it's the first ever modern men's wristwatch and we don't just say first wristwatch. Because by 1904, women had been wearing wristwatches for almost a century. And it's really important that we don't write women out of horological history. Now, some of you will disagree with me. I can already feel it coming in the comment section, but the Santos has always blurred the lines between sporty and dressy. Some people will say the Santos is an out-and-out dress watch, which I would say is a bit misguided, particularly in the case of the Santos de Cartier with the very masculine design, larger bezel, automatic movement, 100-meter water resistance, bracelet with sweeping center seconds, and a hidden cabochon. I would say the Santos de Cartier is a sports watch with a dressy edge, but the Santos Dumont is a dress watch with a sporty design language. Reintroduced back into the Cartier lineup in 2019, these are available in small, large, and extra large, because they forgot medium. I think they're playing from the same playbook as condoms. You're not average, you're magnum. Pew, 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 pew. These were originally released in all quartz, but since have been reintroduced in hand-wound options as well. I'm actually not too offended by the quartz in this model. When you have a 2-hand watch, you really don't notice like you do with a 3-hand watch. And the quartz is actually quite practical if you value accurate timekeeping. The design of the Santos Dumont stays so much more true to the original watch made for Alberto. It feels refined yet sporty. The big Roman numerals, sunburst style, contrasted against the thin, square bezel and exposed screws. The Dumont is only available on the leather strap, but if you really want a bracelet, if that's something that's really important to you, the Santos de Cartier is the way forward. I've obviously got the two-tone version, which to me is so Cartier. When I think of the Santos, I think two-tone. I don't know why. So this is my first ever watch with a little bit of precious metal. which is quite the step up for me. I just love it, guys. I love it. It feels like me in a watch. As life returns to normal from the pandemic again, as we start going back to work and dressy occasions, I want more watches I can actually wear to these occasions. This is exactly where I see my collection moving more towards. Less Submariners and Seamasters and more Cartier, more dressy options. Hopefully a Lange or a Journe one day. I think that's asking for a lot. I should let that go. I'm just happy with this. I like watches that like a Ponzi, a dandy would wear. like a Bond villain, a Bond baddie, but like the elegant bad guy, you know? That's my watch taste. But don't get me wrong, I wouldn't say no to a Seamaster or a Submariner. Anyways, guys, I just had to share my new watch with you guys. So this was a 30th birthday present from my fabulous, wonderful husband, James, AKA Watch Poppy. Do you want to say hi, James?
Like, comment, subscribe to my channel.
I cannot think of a better way to usher in 30. It's perfect. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know I'm a massive Cartier fangirl. I love their watches. I don't think they receive enough recognition for the fantastic timepieces they are putting out in the world and have put out before in the past. And I'm so dang happy to have this piece in my collection. As always, guys, don't forget to do all those things to feed the sweet, sweet algorithm gods. Give this video a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And as we end, enjoy this artistic rendition of how it feels to get a new watch. Bye, guys.